Hey, all right, everybody, how's it going? Now, I did a video a while back, a few weeks ago, about the 5 things I disliked about my Nissan Ariya. Some people who own Arias didn't like some of the reasons why I didn't like my Nissan Ariya. Now, one of the reasons was this bit by here is a bit low on my head, and they said because my seat is too high. But I've got the version with the glass roof, and I believe that when you've got the glass roof, this bit protrudes down a bit more by here. So that's one of the reasons why. But anyway, some people didn't like it. Another person didn't like me putting my hand down by the gear lever or the selector and making you can go from eco to standard to sport. If your hand touches it, it can change on its own. And what I was talking about was when I had this glove box up and my phone was charging, your hand is lower. So if you go to put it in B mode, or if you go to put it in neutral, or you go to put it in park, or for whatever reason you touch that there, sometimes the palm of your hand can touch the very sensitive touch buttons and change the settings. So that's what I meant. This person got irritated and said you shouldn't be touching the you shouldn't be touching the selector lever all the time. I don't know why. But anyway, so I'm on my way to the tip or the refuge centre, whatever you call it. Better watch these cyclists by here. They're staying in our lane, are they? Yes. Right, so I'm on my way to the refuge tip. The back of the car is full of rubbish. Hopefully, it's going to be quiet. It's a Sunday afternoon. If you go late in the Sunday afternoon, usually it's quiet. Fingers crossed, because if you go there earlier, there's a big, massive queue. Right, so anyway, 5 things I like about my Nissan Leaf. So number one, and the biggest thing I like about this car is the size of the battery. Now, I've had 3 cars. I had the Nissan Leaf Gen 2 with a 40 kilowatt hour battery. I had the Hyundai Kona with a 64 kilowatt hour battery. I think it's 61 usable. I think it is. And this one is 87 usable and 91-ish capacity. And the reason why I like a massive battery is because I just got to watch by it because it's a bit cars come down this and you get stuck. Right, what was I saying? Oh, the reason why I like a big, huge battery, and I know that the bigger the battery, the more the car costs, is I've got a very good range. And if I don't go anywhere far in particular, I don't have to charge hardly at all. It's not very often I charge. And as an example, my daughter's got a 24 kilowatt hour Nissan Leaf, and she charges that, I think, almost every night, just to keep it topped up to 80%, I should say, not 100%. But I do like the big battery. So that's number one on the list of the things I like, because I don't have to charge that often, and I can go quite far without charging at all or using public chargers. Anyway, I'm here at the tip. So I think after the tip, I'm going to go for a drive, because I did notice, not far from me, well, I say not far, it's 20 minutes away, I noticed that I think it's 16 chargers have been put in, and I think is Osprey, I believe. Anyway, let me go to the tip, and I'll see you after they've chucked the rubbish in the tip. All right. Okay, thanks a lot. There we go, there's nobody here. All right. Fantastic, there's nobody here at all. Right, okay, got rid of all the rubbish out of the car. Down in Tree Forest now. Now, over there in front of me, by here, that used to be a big Ford dealers, but it's closed down. It's been closed down for a while. And I used to go there quite a lot for my Ford parts. When I was repairing a few smashed up Fords, I think I had a Ford Escort, I had loads of Fords. Anyway, so I'm heading towards, where am I heading? Lantrisant? No, Lantrisant, I think. Lantrisant Way. I'm going towards Lantrisant Way just to have a look, because in one of the retail areas, it says there's 16 chargers there. And then just on the opposite side of the road, there's a Sainsbury's, and I think they got 6 chargers as well. So I'll go and have a look. What's the time now? It's 4:45 in the afternoon, so everything's closed down. The roads are nice and quiet. I've got my cheap electric in the car. So I thought, let's just go for a drive and have a look and talk about the 5 things I like. So the second thing I like about this car is very quiet. It is nice and quiet. Now, I mustn't look at the camera too much, because somebody complained that I looked at the camera too much. But I only look at the camera when there's no cars around, or there's nothing by me, if you know what I mean. So when I made my last video about the 5 things I dislike about Nissan Ariya, a few people had a go at me, which is fair enough. I don't mind. So the car is lovely and quiet. Now, like I said, I've had a Nissan Leaf Gen 2, I've had a Hyundai Kona and this, and I've driven the Nissan Leaf Gen 1, and I've driven a facelift Hyundai Kona, and not a Mark II Hyundai Kona, a facelift, and I've also driven a Kia e-Niro. Now, let me just go around this corner. I don't want to look at the camera. I don't want to get a row again. This car is the quiet out of all of them. And out of the 3 I had, the Hyundai Kona was the loudest. It wasn't loud, but it was the loudest. The Nissan Leaf was the second quietest, and this Nissan Ariya is much quieter. Now, I just noticed by here, I'll just pull in by here, look, Omoda and Jayco come in soon. Now, this used to say Vauxhall here. I can still see Vauxhalls further on down, but is Omoda and Jayco? Yeah, the Vauxhall sign's gone. So the Vauxhall sign is gone, and all I can see in there is loads of Omoda and Jayco cars. Right, let's turn around by here. So, number 2 is nice and quiet. It's very quiet, actually. Let me just have a quick look by here, because there's loads of electric. There's a Hyundai Ioniq 6 by there. Then there's a Hyundai Ioniq 5 by there. In front of me is a Kona. There's a e-Niro over there. Because we are outside at dealers. There's a Hyundai Insta over there in front of me. So we are outside the Hyundai dealer. There's loads of car dealers in here. Yeah, Jake, let me just go in by here a second. There's still Vauxhall cars here, look, but further back up there, I don't know if you can see with the camera, I can see a pile of Jaycos and Omodas. Oh, there we go. That's new. No, I think Jayco and Omoda, most of them car sales are hybrid cars, I believe. But you can see that, you know, there's a change happening, a big change happening. The Chinese car manufacturers, I believe, are going to take over because they're going to give you more value for money. And I don't think the old car makers will be able to keep up. Now, the third thing I like about this car, which applies to, I think, nearly all electric cars. Some of them are a bit slow, but the instant torque, I just love the instant torque. And this is like, I haven't driven a Tesla. I know Teslas are much faster than this car. I was going a bit quick to that roundabout then, which proves my point. Torque. Out of the 3 cars I've had, this one is the fastest. Only a little bit faster than the Kona and the Nissan Leaf. But nevertheless, this one has got the most power. And just pulling out from roundabouts, nipping past people, the torque in this car is tremendous. And I love it. Would I want more? Probably want, if I tried a Tesla performance car, I'd probably like that even more. Actually, I might take a drive to Swansea one day and do one of them 1-hour tests, where you can book a Tesla Model Y. I'm talking about. You can book a test drive on the internet, and there's nobody there. The car's just parked in the car park. There's one in Bristol and there's one in Swansea, and they're both sort of the same distance away from me. So I haven't been to Swansea for a while, but I have been to Bristol quite a few times. So I think one day I'll take a trip to Swansea and I'll try out my first Tesla just to see what it's all about. Now, number 3. Is it number 3 or number 4? Did I say that? No, I said quiet. I said torque. It was number 4. Number 3 was the instant power and torque. Oh, I love a bit of instant torque. It's so much better than a petrol or diesel car. The instant torque is so much better. So number 4 is... I've forgotten what it is. I was going to say what it is and I can't remember. Oh, yeah. I love the size of the car. There's plenty of room in here. Plenty of room for passengers. The back seat has got acres of room. Loads of leg room. There's plenty of headroom in the back. The reason why I haven't got much headroom here myself is because, I don't know if I explained it in the last video, I've got arthritis in my lower spine. And I like to sit down, I like to sit up high because my legs are not so out straight. That hurts my back. So that's the reason why I have the seat high, because I've got arthritis in my lower spine and a bit in my neck. I don't know why that's funny. So the 4th thing is there's a lot of space in here compared to my other cars. I can put a lot of stuff in here. I can get my electric bikes in the back. So space, I do like the space. Now I tell you the one thing I haven't tried in here yet is the built-in sat-nav. I think I've tried the Google Maps, but I haven't tried the built-in sat-nav. So I should try that. I've been trying to experiment with the, you talk to it, ask you to do certain things, but when I say navigate to certain things, it doesn't understand my Welsh accent very well. But Google understands every single word I say. It's a nice tunnel, isn't it? As tunnels go. Now this is a bypass road. The road used to be over there somewhere, going through Church Village and Bather, and it was always chock-a-block. The traffic was always backed up, so that's why they built this nice bypass. I don't think it's far now. It's not too far. So number 5, and you can disagree or agree with the things I've said, but number 5 is the way the car looks. I do like the way the car looks. Massive improvement over the original Nissan Leaf. Now some people have said that they like the look of the first gen Nissan Leaf, but me personally, I didn't like it. it was a bit goofy. It was a bit bug-eyed and a bit sort of, I don't know. I do like, this is more, is it more Japanese, or it might be even more sort of aimed towards the Chinese more nowadays. Cars are sort of built more towards the Chinese, I suppose. But I do like the way the car looks. I do like it. I'm not sure about the. This is not a metallic grey. It's pearlescent grey, but it looks from a distance. It just looks like a flat grey sort of bit primary colour sort of thing. So I'm not too sure about the colours. Mind you, car manufacturers don't give you much choice on car colour nowadays. So I don't know. What do you think of this grey colour? Some people have said is a bit or a bit like primer, and some people said they like it. Ceramic grey, I think that's what it is. Pearlescent ceramic grey. I think I got to be over here. Not over here. I don't know where I'm going. Right, so I think I'll go into the Sainsbury's first. We'll have a look at them because we've seen them before. If you go back, I think I went somewhere for a drive in my Hyundai Kona, and I went and looked at Sainsbury's. Let's have a quick peek at them first, and then the other ones are over by here. And hopefully it's still open. I hope they haven't closed the gates or anything. So let's go and have a look down here in the superstore. It is closed. It's 5 o'clock now. Just want to have a peek, that's all. Quite a long road just to get into the supermarket. So I do remember where the chargers are. They're down over here. I can see somebody charging as well. Let's go down this way here. I think I seen a Ioniq 5. Is it? Yeah, it's an Ioniq 5 charging down by there. So we'll just drive past. I'm not stopping. Let's try and get past this learner driver who's trying to do some manoeuvring. Now these chargers here are, well, I'll check when I come back around now. I think there's 6 here of them ones, smart charge, and I got a feeling, I might be wrong, but I got a feeling that the ones over on the other side are the same type of chargers. But we'll have a look in a minute. This is a new Sainsbury's, this is, so it is relatively quite nice at the moment. There's a Kia Niro over there. Now I did show this on my last video, because a lot of speed bumps here. I did show on my last video the petrol station or diesel station or whatever you want to call it station is different to the normal sort of petrol station. It's like more like a drive-through. There's nobody there. There's not manned. They're making petrol stations where, you know, you don't have to. There's nobody there. See what I mean? There's a slightly different sort of setup, isn't it? Bit weird. Not that I don't go there anymore, do I? I haven't been to the petrol station for about a year and 4 months. That's how long I haven't been to the petrol station. And it's great. I don't miss going to fill up with the old petrol. Now, let's go over this side and have a look. I've never been here before, so let's try and find them. We are open 24 hours. That's McDonald's, that is. That's the McDonald's bit, and then the retail park is here. So I hope they don't close the gates when they close. The gates are still open. There's still cars in there. Oh, there we are. See, I do think they are the same type of chargers, aren't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Osprey. Are they Osprey? And the ones in Sainsbury's are the same type. And it did say there was 16 here. So there should be 8. There should be 8 chargers there, if that's 16, because there's 2 on each one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so there's 16. There is actually 16 bays there, which is rather nice. That's good, isn't it? I don't know what the price is. I think that says 75. Must be 75 pence, is it? Kempower. Kempower it says on there, so there we go. Anyway, I'm just having a look, that's all. There's a car trying to come behind me, so let's get out of here. So anyway, there's the 5 things that I like about my Nissan Leaf. There's more than 5 things, but I'm keeping it 5 because I don't want to bore everybody. So if anybody is looking for EV chargers and they're close to this area by here, there's 16 on our side and 6 on that side. So that's not bad at all. This is a massive retail area. Up there to the left, they've got there's more shops up that way, and there are some slow chargers as well. So there's slow chargers up there. There might be some more chargers around here because there's loads of shops around here. Anyway, I think that's the end of the video. I'm going to make my way back. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.